Hello guys, good morning. Today is the second day in Jingdezhen city. We drove 50 kilometers away from the Jingdezhen city center to this little ancient village, which is called Yaoli Ancient. As different as the city center, here has the well-preserved ancient lifestyles, little bridge and the little houses. Today it's humid and very hot, 34 degrees. So here we go.
Hi everyone, welcome back to a new episode of China Uncle Mikey. This time we are in Yaoli Ancient Town, known as the birthplace of Jingdezhen porcelain. People call it the porcelain source of Yaoli. Walking into this village feels like stepping back hundreds of years into old China, far away from the noisy of modern cities. For me, exploring China's provinces and towns is really about moments like this, experiencing the charm of untouched ancient villages.
The main theme of this ancient town, or all the towns around the Jingdezhen, is the porcelain. It doesn't matter where you go, porcelain stores, porcelain artifacts are everywhere.
This is a local ancestral hall. Unlike the Western idea of family, traditional Chinese society was built around the concept of clans, meaning many families sharing the same surname were gathering together, usually under the leadership of the eldest member. The ancestral hall served as the main gathering place for the clan, hosting weddings, funerals, and holiday celebrations. It was also where important matters were discussed and the disputes within the clan were resolved.
This place is called Wu's Family's Shrine. All the time, the Chinese society is constructed based on the families. Every family has a temple or a shrine to enshrine all the ancestors, so and so. But now it's renovated to be a local touristy attraction.
If you have been following my channel for a while, you know I'm always trying to explore the more authentic villages across China. The reason is pretty simple. These places really preserve a sense of history and give you a glimpse of a lifestyle that has already disappeared in modern cities. The only challenge now is telling apart which villages are authentic and which ones are just replicas built for tourists.
If you love the old architectures of China, you definitely have to come to this ancient place. I haven't reached out all the places, but when I'm walking through the little alleys, I feel the vibes. It's really good.
Let's talk about the income here in Jingdezhen. I grew up in Shanghai, and nowadays if you don't make at least 10,000 RMB a month there, it's really tough to survive. Here in Jingdezhen, the average monthly income is around 4,000 RMB, which is much lower. And in villages like Yaoli, people mainly rely on tourism, so during the off-season, they earn very little. That's why for locals here, moving to big cities like Beijing or Shanghai is really difficult. Even if they can afford the trip, the high rent alone in those cities becoming a huge challenge for them. So most of them choose to stay in the village to just enjoy their simple lifestyle.
This place, if you want to cover all the scenic spots, you have to walk like 15 kilometers. The scenic spots are like distributed in different locations. From one place to another, you have to walk. A lot of walking, hiking job that you have to do if you want to cover all the scenic spots. I think we will not see all the scenic places. Correct? Our plan is to go back to the Yaoli Ancient Town. We will find something to eat over there. And we go ahead to, what's that called? Dongfu docking area. It will take another like 20 minutes to go there.
Walking around the village, you will notice that people here are still living in pretty basic conditions. Some households are still using old CRT TVs from the 90s. And I'm not even sure if fiber internet has fully reached in this region yet. But in any case, most of the elderlies, here we see, don't really use the internet, even it is firewalled.
We found a local restaurant or some local cuisine. They give you really big plate of food. I don't think we can consume all this food. Here, this is the tofu, right? The local tofu. I call this is like the noodles, fried noodles, right? But they call what's the name of it? 糍, ganba. I don't know. But this is basically a kind of like rice noodles. This is the chicken. It's a little bit oily. This is called like a Yaoli Sanbao, the three treasures of the Yaoli, with tofu and marinated pork and what else? Some kind of like mushrooms. So enjoy the food. Look, this is the chicken head. Usually in Shanghai, when we cook a chicken or duck, we just throw out the head of the bird. But here in Jiangxi, or majority of the provinces in China, they eat this head. Like this sleeping eye is really annoying, disturbing. This is the Chinese name. I think the tour is done. To make a conclusion, it's Yaoli worth to have a visit, to drive 50 kilometers from Jingdezhen city to here to spend a day here. I think, yes, it's more like a travel destination. I'm thinking about to go to another place. I'm still struggling if I should go there because very tired taking pictures for my wife. Yeah, anyway.
Alright guys, so here's something special. Vera and I ended up in this hidden little old town, way off the touristy map. Honestly, I just spotted on Baidu map and most people would never even think about to come here. But back in the Qing Dynasty, this town was a really important port. Porcelain and local goods from Yaoli were shipped out to the outside world right from here. Now what's amazing is that the old lifestyle is still perfectly preserved. There are no touristy shops, no commercial noise, just the local villagers living their everyday simple life here, walking down the stone streets. I honestly felt like I had stepped into the Qing Dynasty, like I had traveled back in time. And this to me is what exploring China is all about, finding hidden places like this, far away from the crowds, and sharing them with you guys who love to following my journeys.
This is an old living room. Television. The dinner table for 4 and totally old renovation, wooden structure. Okay, the real old village, real authentic old living residential place. A lot of old brick buildings. I think this is the interesting part of this journey. So now we are going back to the city. The one-day trip in Yaoli is done. So this is the dinner. It's beef noodles with bok choy, marinated, and fried dumplings. Vera is enjoying the fried dumplings. Shrimp and the pork. Oh. It is raining heavily. It is pouring. So this is the third day in Jingdezhen. Last day here in Jingdezhen. We are going back to Shanghai. Last night we went to a night market. Over there they have those like modern buildings and architectures and a lot of food and the porcelain market. Well, you can easily find the similar places all over Shanghai. So that didn't really attracted me. One pity thing is we didn't went to the museum. The Chinese porcelain museum. So I googled it, or Baidu it on the internet, and they have some collections, really beautiful collections, artifacts made by porcelain, but we leave it for the next time. Although, you know, in the beginning of this video, I said Jingdezhen is the capital of porcelain production. Actually, I planned it for the first day, but I changed my plan. But anyway, I think that's all. Okay, my audience, Jingdezhen, the journey to the porcelain capital of China is ended here. If you love to watch my videos, don't forget to subscribe my channel, leave your comments, and China Uncle Mikey will see you in the next episode.